When I first heard the news that there was going to be a new line Neptunia game coming out in the future, I was ecstatic. However, when I started to read more about the news about 6 other games coming along with it, it made me feel a little bit worried and concerned about the future of the Neptunia series. I love the Hyperdimension series. It's one of my favorite series of all time. It is my favorite JRPG series of all time. And I can't help but worry about the state of the franchise moving forward. Now, Neptunia Sisters vs. Sisters didn't really leave a very lasting impression on a lot of the masses. And even me, after finishing the game, it left me feeling a little bit disappointed at this point. Now, I know a lot of people say that the Neptunia series is a niche franchise, but I don't know, I feels like we can't just continue to use that excuse anymore. This series is 13 years old, and comparing it to their other sister series that I consider is the Atelier series, and seeing how much they have grown and changed the franchise into what it is today is astonishing. And I can't help but be a little jaded that I don't see the same thing with Neptunia. Sure, Sisters vs. Sisters is doing a lot of things newer with adding new character models, trying to do new things, and could be the start of seeing better things for the Neptunia series. However, it still is kind of lacking in what we think this franchise can do. This is their main line star franchise. There's their main Mario, Sonic, Pokemon, and it feels like by this point they should be on a level with these games beyond our comprehension of what's good. And it just feels like again they kind of do the same things with the franchise, but hopefully with the new one it is going to be better. And with the recent interview that we had with the director and the CEO of Compound Heart staff, it does kind of give me a little bit of hope that the franchise will move into a bigger, better way with doing brand new things, really innovating the franchise in a brand new way, and just doing new things that really puts it on the level of top tier JRPGs that we all know it can be. Someone from Famitsu sat down with Compound Heart's staff, Nyota Tomomiga and Hiraku Hatsu, and talked to them about the future of the Neptunia series, especially regarding the next mainline game or number entry. While the team now has a clear direction of where they want to go with the project, this conversation occurred after a discussion about other announcement titles you can view, which I did talk about in a previous video. If you want to watch that video of me talking about all the Compound Heart games that will be coming out, click the cards up at the top. Right now, we're going to be focusing on this particular interview. The interview said, "So are you planning to release all 5 titles we are able to ask you at once?" So are you planning to release all 5 titles we were able to ask you about at once between spring and late summer of 2024? Initially, it seems that many of these 5 titles are being produced in collaboration with the third-party development companies. And Yuzu responds, "Yes, we are currently working on a new number title for Neptunia. However, since this is Compound Heart's flagship title, we are taking our time to create it," which is good. I like the fact that they are taking their time to really flesh out the ideas, to understand the establishment of the characters in the world and where they want to take it from this point. I'm assuming it's going to definitely come after Mega Dimension and really enhance the story from that point. But I'm also concerned of what they will be doing. I'm assuming they're going to be using a lot of the assets and ideas that they're using for Sisters vs. Sisters and Game R Revolution. However, we just have to wait and see. How is the development of this new Neptunia title progressing? From about 2 years ago, a small group of key staff members, including producer Mizono and Sunako, have been discussing the contents of the game. We finally reached a point where we have a clear idea of the direction of what we want to take. So it sounds like you are just getting started. That's right. We recently finished releasing Neptunia Sisters vs. Sisters in 2022 and Game Maker R Revolution in 2023, which will come out in 2024 for us Americans. So we are getting ready to move on the development and new numbered game in the series. It still doesn't say when it will come out, so I'm assuming that it will come out sometime either 2025, late 2024, or early 2025. Maybe, I'm guessing. It's been a while since we released a new numbered game, hasn't it? Since the last numbered game was released, new hardware such as the PlayStation 5 was released. It would be very difficult to create a new numbered game for multiple platforms suddenly. That's why we decided to make a new title after Sisters vs. Sisters and Game Maker R Evolution. I think we will actually be able to bring in the new titles after the release of the 5 new Compound Heart titles. The last numbered Neptunia entry was Mega Dimension Neptunia V2 in 2015, and that was a long time ago. And it seems like they don't have an initial date on when this is going to be coming out, and it seems like this game is going to be coming out a little bit after all the other games comes out, which we did talk about before. And it's great that they are taking their time to really flesh out this game and make it better than what we could ever expect from the Neptunia franchise, which I want to see. I hope they really expand the world. I hope they really expand the idea, maybe make it an open world game. Now, I'm not expecting it to be anything grand like Rise of 3. However, I would love it to be even better than what Sisters vs. Sisters was trying to do, because it does seem like a lot of the maps and worlds that they did try to do was leading more into this big, more open space type environment that you can explore. However, the only thing I hope they do change is taking out the visual novels. I know that's their thing and stick, but I feels like the series needs to evolve past the visual novels, putting in more actual cutscenes, really fleshing out the story to make it make sense, and just seeing everything that has to offer. Now, I initially haven't been able to play R Revolution yet, since it's not out for me yet in America. However, the game is out for Japan, and that is where the concern comes from another article that I've seen on Reddit. Now, of course, this is Reddit, so take everything for the grain of salt. And plus, this was documented in August, and it's now November, so it's been a few months, but you know, it's still a little bit in the time frame of when the game came out, and it does kind of gives me a little bit of a concern about the future of the franchise. Now, Neptunia Game Maker R Evolution sold less than 6,000 copies in Japan. According to Famitsu, during the week of August 7, 2003 and August 13, 2023, Neptunia Game R Evolution sold less than 6,000 copies combined with PlayStation 5, PS4, and Switch. That is 3 consoles combined where the game sold less than 6,000 copies than any other entry or game in the franchise. That means Sisters vs. Sisters made people lose interest in the franchise to not want to invest in buying the game again. If the game, and I mean, I do understand that the series does more better in America and overseas. However, if Japan is not really interested in it, and that Sisters vs. Sisters didn't really leave that big of an impression on a lot of people that's in the JRPG space, it makes me concerned when this game comes out that is going to do even worse. And if they continue to see this, and if the next game isn't good and up the code for what it's meant to be, will they just start not to care about the Neptunia series? They may think that people don't want more Neptunia series, and that's not true. We do want more of the games, and we want better games for the franchise. We just want the games to really enhance the ability of what they can do with the games. The article continues to say, this marks the history as its top number one worst sales number of all new Neptunian games in Japan, excluding the re-releases Rebirth 1 for the PS4 and Reverses for PS5. All new Neptunian games before Game of Revolution sold 10,000 copies in the first week. And I don't know, and that makes me a little concerned. Now, obviously, you know, things could have changed from August to now, and people could be buying the game, but it also feels like a lot of people are losing interest in the Neptunia series because of the lackluster of the games. The games are not producing the results that people would expect in 2023. They expect better results, especially with other games with, you know, Star Ocean and Dragon Quest and Ryza and all these other really great JRPGs that's really pushing the boundaries of what JRPGs can do. And Neptunia has been doing the same thing for over 10 years. It makes people lose interest, and it makes me worried that the future of the franchise could be in jeopardy if they don't change things with this new game. This new game has to do good. It wasn't even before that it had to do good. It has to be good. It has to. I feels like the future of the franchise is depending on this new mainline game, and I just want it to be good. I really want it to excel. Maybe I might be overthinking it, but as a fan of this franchise and my favorite franchise of all time, I really want to see this excel past the limits of just being a niche JRPG series. But that is just me. Let me know how you guys feel. I'll leave a link to both of these in the description down below if you want to check these out for yourself. And also let me know how you guys are feeling about the Neptunia series as of late. Are you feeling concerned about the franchise, or you think it's going to be fine? Do you have your own worries? Do you have your own inputs about the franchise? Let me know down in the comments down below, because I would love to hear what you guys say, and I will be down there having conversations with you guys. And if you guys want to see more videos like this, hit the like button, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video next time. Goodbye.